Hello, this is Swifty2221 with my review of Transformers Prime Wheeljack. Of course, as you might notice, he's holding this and this. They didn't come with him. They actually came with Cliffjumper, who this is actually just one thing comes as, but I found a way to take it apart and I think it looks really cool. So I'm just going to show you. This was actually whoopsie daisy, was actually on here, right? Oh, clipped in. I just pulled these apart and it slips straight off because it's on two little pegs. So now this is the gun, which looks quite cool. You know, it suits him, and this I kind of do it as a matrix of leadership or something like that. But I don't use it very much. You know, he can hold it in his hand, or he can still hold it in his hand, but if I do part of the transformation, if you switch his hand around, then spin the gun around, even though the windshield is right there, it looks like his arm is transformed into this cool gun. Unless you look on the inside, then you see his hand is holding it. But that's it for this. Oh, whoopsie daisy. He can hold it, which, as an axe, really, it looks really cool. It looks like the Optimus Prime type axe. Not the Transformers Prime, Optimus Prime, the animated, Transformers animated one, because it has that little blaster thing, but it does look really cool. I like having this one. But of course you've got to get Cliffjumper to be able to get it. So if you like Cliffjumper, which I did, it's just there is a problem with him. That'll be done in his review, and that weapon will be there as well. But this is him. His two weapons are stored in his back. There are two of those little slides which you can slot them into. This one seems to be tighter than this one. Don't know why. But of course, as you've seen before, he can hold them. You know, he can hold them. He can also, which I think is quite cool, he can hold them like that, backwards, which he can go all, you know, cutty. You know, you can have it either way. You can have it any way you want. You know, it will be your toy if you buy it. I would recommend it, but it's all up to you. Yeah, I do like this guy. Right, his face is amazing. It looks just like him. It's not the best face, but it does look exactly like him. You know, it doesn't have those old. It doesn't look as old as Wheeljack in the actual TV series does. But what I would like is some way that they could have slid this along, this face mask. They do it with Optimus Prime. You know, they get the two pieces to come together, but that could have just had a little slider thing in there or something. But it has got some light piping. I don't know if you can. I don't know. Not very good light piping, to be quite honest, but still got some light piping, which is quite good. They've went for that. Yeah, he's got, of course, red, green bits. Of course, my black bit along there. Of course, this is starting to come off because I've had it for that long. It just has a bit of rough and tough. There's red on his things. This is, of course, the front of the car. You can see that, but you can see the door thing. But I like it. It's got the red triangle, and of course on top. You can see that. But of course, I think these could have folded up a bit better and made it look more like the movie accurate. But there's the windshields, of course, right there, the front window. There's the little side bits off the face. There's on the back, he's got his thing. It's not much of it. There's no backpack. There's these two pieces. There's no massive backpack. It's streamlined like the actual guy is. He is my favourite Transformer, and that's mainly because he has the strongest connecting. He has a very strong connecting car mode, but not only does he have that, he has a very strong sticking together mode in this, where you could move him around really quickly and he won't come apart and stuff. For example, on Cliffjumper, the one that I was saying before, if you try to move his arms too quickly, they kind of separate. That's how they do, and it just doesn't seem to work. So yeah, but I do like the wheels. They are cool. they spin and all that. They go both ways. They're a very good spin, but yeah, that's about it I can say. But yeah, I like the white. It's one of the clearest whites I've ever seen. You know, it's all about the same sort of white. It's not all different whites like I've seen on other Transformers, which I love this. It's amazing. So yeah, let's get down to transformation. To start with, you can just put these two pieces together. That's just it to start with. You know, you can flip this up, pull down. You've got to kind of push his head down, but try not to pull it on its ball joint. But try to get this whole piece to fold forward. So kind of go on this little silver thing, and it goes like that. So that's how you end up with like a weird car type staring at your thing. You can still see inside the body. Then you can pull that all the way up and clip these two pieces here into the top. Then you can fold this down. The whole legs literally folds off of this little tab in there somewhere. I don't know if you can see. Fold it up as far as you can, and then fold these back. Fold these little things on here. They go straight back. You can spin them over to start with and go round. You can do the legs now. Oh, that's come off. It's you pop it out. Right, basically, if you look from this side, you pull that across. Basically, pull that across, and then this unpeg. Fold down the foot, of course. Fold that down to like that. Then you spin this round. Now stop at a certain point so that you can pull down the wheel bit, and pop that on. That's cool. Then turn it to the side, and there you have one leg. Then you have to turn it to the side, pull down the foot, pop it round, and almost to the end, pull it down, clip, turn it to the side, and then you can connect them together. And that's about that bit. And then this little tab on the bottom of here, I don't know, and the little thing in there connect. I don't know if you can see that, but then with the arms, of course, like you saw earlier, spin, pop together, pop out, spin, pop down. Then you got to fold that there, so kind of that there as well. So you kind of got to go fold, 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 and then on this little, you've got to fold the hands in because they seem not really go in very well when it's not. Then you've got to go down on this little plastic thing in there. You've got to kind of bring it down, kind of push it up even further, push this piece up, right? And then this all clips in, right? Oh, that clips in along the side, then it clips in like that. Then the windshields do actually, windshields actually go together. They seal. Yeah, got to move my camera down for this. There we go. Oh, there we have his vehicle mode. Of course, these can be stored in about 3 different places. I'll get them both. Underneath, there's this little tab on the side of his foot, and there's a little gap in there. You got to fold them out that way. There you go. That's one. The other one then goes next to it like that. Right. You can also, though, in here, there's a little tab on there which you can tab it into like that, and like that, which I never got. I don't get. I really don't get that. I really don't. It looks like tusks, but no, I don't get it. But you can also, there's 2 little ports where you can just put them in, which looks a bit strange, but fine. I like to store them underneath. It keeps them hidden away and means we don't have to get annoyed with them. There we go. It rolls quite nicely and it looks cool. You can make it skid, and of course it's got the lights. I love it. It's got the backlights. Of course you can kind of see this bit. There is exhaust kind of thing there, which is moulded, and I don't know if you can see it, but I might paint that silver. There's all this. You can see that junk, but that's fine. I actually love that. It looks like a massive kind of opening, but it's cool. There's the vent type things. There's this. It looks the same as when he's in man mode. It's got that same thing on, but it's different pieces altogether. Then there's this thing there, which is quite cool, really. I like that. That kind of looks like a wolf alien thing with 1 eye or 2 eyes, and it looks quite cool. It's got the vent things there, which I quite like. It's got the stripe thing. Going down the side, it's obviously cool wheels, silvered up. Smaller ones, bigger ones. I seem to find that a lot with Transformers. Any type of Transformers, not just underneath. You can see his legs, his feet, of course, and you can see about the back of his head if you take these off. And that's it, which I find quite cool, because the rest of it is his body. You know, I like that. You know, they've used that to their advantage. They've kind of done all that. They've made it so that you can see, and you won't even recognise it unless you turn it to the side and look at it really detailedly, like your head. Of course, it's got its spoiler, which is quite cool. You know, that's lush. I love it. Of course, I've got to come back to this. Right, what I do with it is stick it in the side here, like that. But then where am I going to put the other thing? I can quite simply just pop that back on, stick it in like that. Oh. Or I could, which makes it look a bit strange, but it looks like a cannon, like that. Looks cool. Cool. I don't even know if yeah, it does. Kind of goes on. Looks like it's connected into his side, but yeah, that's really not part his. So you won't get that if you bought him. This is what you get. This guy. Oh, oops, that's not on properly. There we go. You got the nice little wind mirrors, which I love it when they do that. I love it when they take the time to think of a way to put one. Of course, I would love it if they would have added in some sort of silver mirrors or something, but yeah, it is my favourite. It's one of my favourite. It is my favourite Transformer. I thought that Cliff Jumper was going to be, but then I realised that there were some really bad things that they could have just sorted out with a few little transformation things, or could have swapped that over. But of course, I haven't got the the other one. This is the one I've got. There is another one I've seen, which the same thing happens with the arms that happens with the legs. It looks better, so I really want that. Yeah, so that's it. This is Swifty2221 with my review of Jackie. Well, and just gonna say, he is my favourite Transformer. Swifty2221 out.